Then you get into the main event, Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. I mean, who's not excited about this? We haven't seen Jon Jones for years. Jon Jones came out and said that when referenced that Gane was the best technical kickboxer that he's ever faced, he referenced Thiago Santos. And I understand, if you go back and watch that fight, Thiago Santos was at his best and probably won that fight. He lost by split decision, probably won the fight. But when you're getting into the heavyweight division and you got a guy like Ciryl Gane who can move the way he can, I mean, yeah, he lost to Ngannou by decision, but the fact is, if Ngannou wasn't on this planet, Ciryl Gane would be the best heavyweight there is. And that's why this is going to be a big fight and a big test for Jon Jones in his first heavyweight fight. No warm-up, straight to the top for the title. Let's get into that prediction right now. In the heavyweight division for the heavyweight division vacant belt. Can't believe this one. Ciryl Gane will take on Jon Jones at UFC 285. Francis Ngannou has been released, and that leads us to the vacant belt situation. So now we got two divisions with a vacant belt, and let's get into this one. Both guys stand at 6 feet 4 inches. Of course, this will be a heavyweight division fight. Who knows what Jon Jones will come in at weight-wise, but Jones has an 84-inch reach, Ciryl Gane 81-inch reach. And both these guys have a big reach. I mean, 84 and 81, two guys above 80. It's crazy. Both guys will fight right-handed. Ciryl Gane lands about 5.1 significant strikes per minute. Jon Jones, 4.3. Jon Jones will land like 2 takedowns every 3 rounds normally, but now he's in a heavyweight, so we'll see. Ciryl Gane isn't really trying to get takedowns. He's going to try to stand up and break you down. Ciryl Gane, 55% takedown defense. Jon Jones, 95% takedown defense. And think about all the fights he's had. One of the best takedown defense percentages in the UFC that you'll ever see. 95% after as many fights as he had. It's crazy. Now, we haven't seen Jon Jones in a while, so hold off on him. Ciryl Gane won his last fight against Tai Tuivasa, 3rd round knockout. Lost to Ngannou by decision for the heavyweight title. Now, it's interesting in that fight because Gane led by 20 significant strikes. Very slow-paced fight, 63-43, but gave up 4 takedowns via Francis Ngannou, who had the knee problem in that fight. So he went with the takedown game, and it worked, thankfully for him. Now, prior to that, he KO'd Derek Lewis, beat Volkov, Rosenstrike, and did what he had to do, putting him in this position. He's only lost 1 fight. He's 11-1, and that was to Francis Ngannou. Now, Jon Jones, virtually undefeated, right? He had a 1 fight he lost. It was a disqualification. Other than that, he hasn't lost. In his last 4 fights, he beat Dominic Reyes by decision, Thiago Santos, split decision, Anthony Smith, Alexander Gustafsson, who he KO'd out. In terms of Gustafsson. So, but he had a lot of decisions in the light heavyweight division. Now we haven't seen him, right, since February 8th, 2020. And you think about that, it'll be over 3 years since he's been in the octagon. So who knows what Jon Jones we're getting. He's going to be beefed up. He's going to look totally different. Will he be slower? I'm sure. But the stylistic matchup in this type of fight is probably better than the Ngannou fight, because both of these guys have similar styles. I mean, they're going to try to get in there and strike. It's going to be a lot of boxing, some kicking going on, things like that. You probably won't see a lot of takedowns. A lot of fundamental work on the feet is going to be at display, and they match up very well. Very, very well. And, I'm going to be watching this fight rooting for Jon Jones. I think Jon Jones can win this fight. It's hard to say after 3 years of not seeing him, but it also means that his body is refreshed, right? He's been working out, putting on all types of muscle, getting used to that body weight. And, it's going to be tough to come in and just fight the #1 contender in the world in Ciryl Gane, who's a worthy opponent and very easily could be heavyweight champion in his own right. But with the break, with all the work that Jon Jones has been putting in, I'm saying he's going to come in and get the win here. I mean, he's one of the best fighters in UFC and MMA history, right? So I expect him not to let us down and get the win here, likely by decision, though. It's going to be one of those fights, and it'll come down to the 5th round. That's how close it'll be, but he'll move to 27-1 here in the heavyweight division and will win the heavyweight title. Think about that. 2-belt champ. over the course of his career, which would be huge. So this fight goes down at UFC 285. Yeah, please let Jon Jones win. I mean, please let Jon Jones win, because started out the year 4-0 in the main event, lost the last two, kind of got robbed last week with Nikita Krylov not able to fight. And then it came down to Muniz versus Brendan Allen. And we lost that one. So we're down to 4-2. Still 67%, we'll take it. But 4-2 is not where we want to be. Our first back-to-back missed main event predictions of the year. Last year we went all the way to almost July. We went to July before we had back-to-back misses. So we got to get back in the win column. 5-2 is way better than 4-3. And we need Jon Jones to get the job done. And for any other fighter, I think this would be likely a loss after 3 years off, but not Jon Jones. I think he stays fresh, and he comes in and looks better than ever. He just needed time to get his body right in the heavyweight division. Now, when you get back into the do list, you see Jon Jones popped in right at number 3 right away. Once you're gone for a year, we got to take you out. That's why McGregor's not on here. But Jon Jones back to number 3, one of my favorite fighters for sure. And Ciryl Gane's one of my favorites too. He's just down at 20. If he wins this, he's got to be in the top 10. Because if he beats Jon Jones and Francis Ngannou's gone, Ciryl Gane's going to be the champion for a while. Make no mistake about it. But yeah, we like Jon Jones to win this fight. It's not going to be easy, but that's who we like. Now, getting into some comments, D. Micah Reynolds weighs in, says Gane, bigger, stronger, faster, less experience. Yeah, Jones looked like crap his last few fights off as USADA was cracking down. That's a good point. That's something that you got to consider as well. D. Micah Reynolds goes on. Now he bulked up. Probably still maybe fighting now. I'm not completely banking Jones will win at all. And either am I. I mean, it's a tough prediction. Absolutely a tough prediction for sure. But I got to go with Jon Jones over Ciryl Gane. I just have to. But it's tough because Ciryl Gane beats anyone not named Francis Ngannou. So this is not a warm-up fight by any means for Jon Jones. So we have another comment from Zephyrus. Let us know your best picks and reads on the card. Well, easy picks are Bo Nickel, Shavkat Rakhmonov, Dricus du Plessis, Esteban Ribovic. Surprise picks, Jalen Turner to beat Mateusz Gamrot. That's my surprise pick of the night. I know a lot of people disagree on that one, but Jalen Turner's on a 5-fight win streak. And I believe he's got the momentum, and he's at the prime of his career, much like an Oliveira started 11-8. 11-8 before going 11-0 and winning the title. I'm not saying Jalen Turner wins a title, but if he wins this fight, he's getting to a title shot after the next two, and he'll win the next two if he wins this one. What's up? This your boy Chris Cross. Thanks for watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button in one of the links below. Then click on one of them clips up above and enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and God bless. Peace.